Should prostitution be respected the same as a normal job? Why or why not? It should be legal. Respect is a personal matter. I don't respect most people that work in marketing, I don't respect people who make cigarettes, I don't respect most people in the funeral business, and the list goes on. But my personal feelings shouldn't really affect whether these people should be allowed to make a living this way. Consent is a must, as is legal adulthood, on both sides, as a baseline. Provided that's in place, it's a simple issue of supply and demand. There's no need to disrespect that process, or we might as well start judging every transaction. Money for the service render. How is it not a respectable job? If it is a respectable and legitimate job, these workers' works will be much safer. Their customers will be safer, and the government will get their cut through taxes. The city would be prosperous as well. It is win-win. The people who would be upset are housewives or hypocrite Christians. Sure, make it legal and taxable. That way it won't subject women to be forced in this work, and only those that see it as a good way to make money will offer their services. But hey, I'm from the Netherlands, what do I know? Respected? Maybe. Protected? Definitely. I mean, I can't think of a single logical reason why it shouldn't be. Of course, it's an honest job. Are you really asking this when we have bankers, politicians, and Wall Streeters running around? Yes. People basically sell their body for other jobs as well, like construction. It's all work, get over it. Definitely, they are providing a highly demanded service. It provides physical and mental health benefits when performed safely by two consenting adults. No, because that's how kids end up without parents. Yes, maybe help men who have issues with loneliness and not start shooting people. Yes, 100%. Jesus, this thread smells like Reddit. Absolutely. You're still making money and supporting yourself, so I see no difference. I mean, it is a normal job. It's just one that people get weird about. Yes, men sell their bodies to the military every day, how is it different? No. It's taking advantage of lonely men/women. Exploiting them in a position of want. Can also exploit people who need money, so they sell their bodies, but my first argument is more relevant. Yes. They are supplying something that is in demand. However, I do think legalization would make it more respectable. The health and safety of the workers and their clients should be a bigger priority. What's a normal job at this point? If normal means low-paying wage work, then no, it's not a normal job. It makes that person a lot more money than a wage job. As far as respect is concerned, I work one of those wage jobs, and I don't work for respect, I work for money. Hopefully that answers the question. Yes. We are all selling our bodies in a way at work. Especially with manual labor. It's a service people will pay for. If it wasn't in demand, it wouldn't be a job people have. I think making it less taboo and adding in some regulations would be very beneficial to those in the trade and those that purchase the service. I don't think anything good comes from making it unacceptable. We all sell our bodies and our time. It is the world's oldest profession. As long as it is between two consenting adults, who cares? Just don't put it in my face and we Gucci. Everybody gotta eat. No, it's disgusting. That's it. More respected than a CEO positions. Yes, it should. Source: I want to get laid more often. No, because it doesn't improve the quality of the world. Help the poor workers who are trapped in that situation, but don't encourage it to continue. Oldest profession, it appears in the religious text the Christians are a fan of. Yep, of course. Imagine saying no to this. It creates jobs, reduces crime, and will arguably make society happier as a whole. I would liken it to legalization of weed, sort of. It just makes sense. A woman should have full control over her body. I think it should be legal as long as it's consensual. No, because spreading your legs and letting the worst of men hump you takes zero talent or skill, and frankly, is disgusting. Sure, as much as any low-level menial service job. Yes, because why not? No, lol. To think some jobs aren't worth respecting. No. Writing people's husbands, boyfriends, etc. should not be respected. Whole lotta incel vibes in this thread. I paid a man $190 for his body. He moved furniture for me because I can't lift so good anymore. I don't see why paying someone to move things should be illegal, regardless of what the thing is. If they wanna let them. No, because it screws everybody involved, no pun intended. Yes. It's not like a urologist or a normal doctor doing a physical gets shat on for their jobs. And even then, it's a service high in demand. Plus, it's not like there's a reason not to. In fact, provides mental and physical health benefits. They're charging money for a service other consenting adults want, so yes. As long as it's their choice, everyone gets tested, and they are safe, then I don't see an issue. No, because I don't get respected at my job. A job is a job. It shouldn't be glorified emo. What's normal? A doctor? No. A tobacco representative? Way more. There is no normal, lol. No, because it's not a normal job. It's the oldest and most honest profession on earth, so yes. Of course. There's no reason it shouldn't. LOL, no one respects hoes, even less if she's a hoe for money, online or physical. Yeah, a hustle is still work, whether you do good or harm others, but it doesn't mean it earns or merits respect. It shouldn't be disrespected, but imo, you're contributing nothing to society and not doing anything to improve yourself, so no. Yes, work is work. Of course. It is a job, after all. It provides a service and takes money in return. Doesn't matter what you do, at least you are actually out making money without explicitly hurting other people. Yes, in that sense, we all are giving our skills to pursuing a career. Yes. Respect is personal, no one will ever completely agree on it, but it's a job no matter why they do it or how they got there. You gotta do what you gotta do for money. Normal is supply and demand. There's a demand, supply it. What's more to that? If someone gets paid to do something, it's a job. The comments here are cursed, but to answer your question, F# at $yes. Yes, that way there can be better legal safety precautions in place. Like requiring workers and clients to get screened for STIs. All jobs are selling your body in exchange for money when you think about it. Especially labor jobs. As long as it's consensual, then I don't see the problem. Yes. Just needs to be regulated to make it safe. Also, I was a teacher and got zero respect and money. So yeah, our bar for respecting normal jobs needs to change a bit, lol. Yeah, it shouldn't be shamed. Yes. It's a necessity. To be done by people who knowingly want to do it. I think for the safety of the individual, then absolutely. Yes. It's selling labor just like any other smuck who doesn't have capital. Once it is treated as a profession, yes. Those workers need the same protections, benefits, etc. as any other worker or employee. I'd say it should be respected more than a regular job. You're giving up a more intimate part of yourself to your job, and it's also way more dangerous than a regular job. Nah, don't encourage sin, sweet friend. Of course not. When you start the game at level 1 with the most powerful weapon, female beauty, and then you proceed to easily move through the game using this weapon, what is there to respect? What's respectable is someone that starts the game at level 1 with the most powerful weapon, yet chooses to not use it and forge a different path. Absolutely. Respected? No, but that doesn't mean it should be illegal. Yes, because, if chosen voluntarily, it is a normal job. There is a very big difference between personal respect and legal respect. Which one are you aiming at? Personal respect cannot be forced, legal respect has been tried and proven, just look at Australia. Should it be respected? Subjective. No right answer. Puts an interesting spin on being on your grind, am I right? Obviously it won't be respected as a job, but if that person is treated very discriminative way, like not allowed entry in restaurants, public places, it is bad. You can't expect to just show your body to everyone with money and get respect like a normal person. Edit. It is my personal opinion, not forcing it on anyone. We can agree to disagree. I wouldn't use the term respected. Should it be legal? Yes. What is respect these days? Yes. They can pay taxes and be protected. I think it should be legal. Whether or not it's respectable is for each person to decide for themselves. Yes, because I don't care what you do and it does not affect me whatsoever, so it's not of my business. Sure, as the saying goes, the oldest profession in the world. I don't care what people do for money as long as they aren't harming anyone else. It is a normal job. You do something and someone pays you. That's a job. I mean, I would have done a lot when I first started work, for love, but I won't do that. In terms of being taxed, seriously consider some of the jobs out there that are considered normal. Used car salesman, telemarketer, Republican lawmaker, grifting televangelist. Absolutely. With health and safety precautions and aftercare. People can do whatever they want with their bodies, that ain't wrong. The default should be to treat people with respect, regardless of profession. We live in a world where each person needs a job just to maintain a comfortable lifestyle. Many of the services demanded by the market are provided by people with less than glamorous roles. There are an endless number of ways a person may end up in a role. Judging the quality of a person's character based on their role in society speaks more towards your lack of imagination and empathy than it does to the quality of their character. Yes. It is work after all. No. It should be respected more. It's much more difficult than a normal job. Should also be paid more for that reason. Wait, it isn't? /s. It should have the same benefits as a normal job, but I don't think it should be as respected. I don't think so. Yes, but it should follow the Amsterdam approach where there's a red light district. Walking up to people in their car should probably be prohibited anywhere outside of that area. Yes. Let's be frank, we all get screwed by our employers. So we're all in the same boat. It should definitely be considered self-employed, unless they have a pimp. Legalization allows for regulation, and that makes everyone, clients and workers, safer. Outside of legalization, of course it should be respected, like all jobs should, and most aren't. It should be respected on the level of fast food and retail level jobs as they require the same amount of education. Currently they're viewed as less than that, and I don't think that is fair. Should probably be respected more, honestly. Sure. In fact, I have mad respect for them. It probably isn't an easy job. If it's not going anywhere, then I don't see why not. It should be legal and regulated so it can at the very least be practiced as safely as possible. Depends, if you in a county/country where it is regulated and taxed, then sure, I respect your career choice. Personally, I am okay with that premise. Not sure about respected, but definitely legal and not disrespected or bullied. Sure, legalize it, but make sure there are standards followed and that people are protected. For one, make it a business that you would need to visit. No sending people to strangers' houses. Respect should be a default until someone shows otherwise, plain and simple. Very similar to the way burden of proof works, it should be legal until someone can prove it shouldn't be. Should be legal, sure. Should be respected? That's a personal thing. I don't really respect people in that line of work. Just as I don't respect many others, influencers cough. It should be respected higher, in my opinion, depending on the situation. If someone is having difficulty finding work and cannot get accepted into a normal job and they're willing to sell their body to provide for themselves and others, I would show great respect for them. For certain people, it takes a lot for them to be comfortable selling themselves like that, and the fact that they would do it to ensure others are provided for, I respect that. Not if it isn't legal. Most of us are exploited. Let's move on. We can talk about should all day, but if you wouldn't want your sons or daughters doing something, I don't see why you'd expect any different from other people. Yeah. Most normal jobs don't get much respect either. Sure, why not? They perform a service and receive money in compensation. That's what I do. Yes, it should be. I could not imagine sleeping with a man who I find repulsive and are not attracted to in any way. They deserve medals as well as mad respect. Not all jobs have to be respected. There are plenty that I don't respect whatsoever. Of course, that should have nothing to do with whether they're legal or not. You're being paid for your time to do something you don't want to do that someone else finds valuable. In my mind, there's literally not difference. It should be respected more than a normal job. All labor is selling your body. I have neither any right nor any reason to judge how someone make a living. Well, it's the oldest profession in the world. If it's not respected, then should any other job? I mean, all people are deserving of respect. I don't particularly play one's occupation into whether or not I show them respect. This is a strange question. Yes, as long as it's between consenting adults, safety standards are met, STD tests are taken, and/or condoms are worn and taxes are paid. Why not? It may even put a dent in human trafficking. Of course, we're all getting screwed over by our jobs, they are just more direct about it. It's a great service-based business. There are no normal jobs. As long as what you do for a living isn't hurting anyone, you should be respected for having a work ethic and taking care of yourself. No job should be respected universally by everyone. Legal because it could be a fun job. Should the people involved be respected? Absolutely. Should the act itself be? Absolutely not. I believe so. So long as the people doing it are respectable. There are a ton more customers than there are workers. If the customers can be respected, then the workers should be too. Sure. Las Vegas casinos have this regulated on their own. You want as girl/boy for the night, that's fine. But they are not going to life your wallet in the process, and that is how they control it. Legal, taxable, healthcare eligible. We're all selling our minds, bodies, souls, or time under capitalism. Sure, why wouldn't it be? Working hard and getting paid. Like any customer-facing job, it's not always pleasant, but you have to act like it is. Yes, it takes talent and courage to be a good one. Illegal because that money could go to China, Russia, or some other country or terrorist country. You cannot force respect. You can only make it legal/illegal. Should it be or should it not be will always be a personal matter, and every right or wrong answer is again a matter of personal opinion. Respect as in don't judge, then yes. It should be a job. But people shouldn't be forced to not disrespect it. Like how many people hate defense attorneys? Yes, they work as hard as most other workers. It's an occupation and people should respect that. What is the point of asking this question, bruh? Every single comment is going to be the same and expected. It is in NZ. Tax is paid. Not sure I'd go as far to say respected, but they should be treated with dignity and respect. Yes and why not, would be my two answers. No, English isn't my first language and I quite honestly don't even know how to piece together my thoughts. As much as of. Yup, even if it's an illegal activity, you should always treat people with respect and courtesy. Respected depends on how you define it. Should it be legal? I guess if it's regulated enough to be safe and fair. To be honest, I am not sure since I don't really know enough how it's done around the world. An honest living is an honest living. On the one hand, work is work, and on the other hand, I can go to school for 8 years to become an MD and somehow can show up with 3 holes, no waiting, definitely not the same. Yeah, it is. Yeah, similar to minor athletes and minor celebrities in my mind, the higher production value and effort workers get more respect, but all of them get the base level, they're making an honest living respect. Yes. The job is hard enough without the judgment and stigma that comes with it. You're bringing food to the table and this is what counts. Life isn't a bed of roses, it ain't merry for the majority, so you do what you got to do. I'm not sure because I think totally normalizing it would create more opportunities for manipulation, especially targeting younger people who are either vulnerable or brains aren't developed and will heavily regret their decisions later in life. I also don't think it is comparable to most normal jobs because it's always going to be more on the dangerous side, even when legal. I do think it should be legal though. I guess I can see it both ways. Politicians aren't really that normal, are they? No, being a stay-at-home mother should, but the WEF doesn't want anyone earning a family's worth of living on one income, or affordable housing and independence. You will own nothing and be happy. Respected? No. But it should be legal. I don't see why it's illegal, but I don't think it should be a respected job position. Yes, it's a job. Not all jobs command the same amount of respect. Not all people respect the same jobs. Premise of the question is misguided. Yes, they're more important to balance. I don't. Because it's gonna happen regardless. No, it should be respected as much as a 40-year-old with a job in fast food you are not doing that requires any sort of skill or intelligence. No. You shouldn't respect a job. You should respect people. Sure. It's a service provided in exchange for a fee. It should be legal, but only from a libertarian point of view. I would not advocate for it to be respected. It should be viewed in the same way as gambling, a sinful enterprise that takes advantage of human nature and not one to be proud to be a part of, but not anything the government should have any business in preventing its citizens from engaging in as they so choose. No. Absolutely not. One should not be respected for devaluing themselves as a human being in such an egregious way. I think it should be a normal job. How respected it'd be though, LMAO. As normal as stripping, I suppose. Not very glamorous, but shouldn't be illegal. No megalol.